The long-awaited J. Cole's album is coming out May 14th, the off season. Drizzy Drake's, some would say, more talented cousin. I'm just gonna say it. Right? His album's coming out. He hasn't released the album in like what, like maybe 3-4 years. It's been a minute.
Why does he have to be a Drizzy Drake's cousin? Why would we? Why would you just because he's from the six? I guess. Yeah, he's from the six.
Yeah. So I don't know if this is the artwork. Basketball net on fire, lots of smoke, and J. Cole just being like, yeah, I have a problem with matches, and you guys can't do anything about it because I own this, so I could set whatever I own on fire, which is a fair point. He can do that. You own it, you can burn it. But the For Your Eyes Only, I wasn't a really big fan of that album. The Forest Hill album obviously is a classic. KOD, I really enjoyed that record. The production was a little different on it, but dope nonetheless. So my expectations for this, such as, separation between his last official independent release, is high. I'm curious if there's going to be any features on here because he really doesn't like to, he doesn't like to put other artists on his shit.
Yeah,
so.
he doesn't do features and he doesn't like to have features. But I mean, that says a lot for J. Cole, just as an artist. I mean, overall this year, I'm excited. Like, not to separate from J. Cole immediately, but Drake still hasn't dropped his. Kendrick's probably going to drop an album this year. And I read an article that said, could you imagine if, like, let's say Cole drops his album this week? I mean, this month, and then Drake drops his next month, and then Kendrick drops his like 2 months later. It could be the greatest. This could possibly be the greatest year of music for hip hop in a long, long time. And what I appreciate about Cole and Kendrick, and pretty much what sets them apart, and what shows that they're genuine in their lyrics, is how long they take in between albums.
Yeah.
And they catch a lot of backlash for that, for taking so long in between the albums. But I mean, that's what happens when you write your own music.
It's that, but also, especially an artist like Kendrick and Cole to an extent, and apparently Drake with CLB, it's not just about the body of work. The imagery is different. It's almost like they're a brand new character. You know, right, what I mean? When Kendrick's first album came out, Good Kid, is it Mad City came out? Yeah. He was just a kid from Compton. Pimp a Butterfly came out, political. Damn came out, he was like Kung Fu Kenny. And this is something that the greats do. Madonna does this. When she puts out a body of work, everything is different. New hair, new everything. You know what I mean? Right. So furthermore, they talk to the public through their music. These are artists that don't really do a lot of interviews. You know what I mean? So, like, it will be one thing, I think, for the fans. They'll be like, oh, take as long as you want. You're talking nonstop on interviews anyways. You don't even get that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't even get that. So that's why people pine for the music so much, which is great. Because, let's just face it. I mean, we're a part of the media, and I don't know about you, but I like gotcha media. So, I'm not trying to do anything for the artist. I want my shit to pop, so I want to get you. Right. So, I mean, rightfully so, these artists avoid the media trap, and they say whatever they got to say in their music. So, yeah.
Yeah, you got to appreciate that. But, I mean, with that being said, to focus back on J. Cole's album and everything that we just touched on, I'm excited for what he's about to drop, because it's going to be something different. It's not going to be. I feel like he's going to have a few of those catchy little jiggy tracks, just because he can ride on those and still keep it with some substance. It's a talent that he has. You know what I mean? But I would love to. I'm eager to anticipate what happens, and the fact that he's dropping first out of the three that I named is going to put a little bit of pressure on the other two.
I don't think so. I think they're kind of all in their own lanes. But I will end it with this. A lot of artists are out here doing collaborative albums. We've been waiting for the Nas and Jay-Z collab forever. Get that collaborative album, Nas and Jay-Z. DJ Premier doing all the production. Let's make it happen. But for the younger generation,
Yeah, it's not
Imagine,
96.
imagine Cole, Kendrick, and Drake doing an album together. I'm done.
It's a great imaginary
I'm done.
imaginary situation. Yeah,
I'm
that would
done.
be
I'm done.
that'd be.
I'm done. That's it. It would. I'm done. You have you got pop. You got whatever Kendrick decides to be that day. And you got J. Cole, the Afrocentric, but all of them lyrically a beast. All of them could do
And then
commercial
Drake,
music.
Drake
Like,
might decide
come
to be
on.
Jamaican. Drake might decide to be
He
Jamaican.
might
for the
decide
day.
to be Jamaican.
Yeah.
And whatever Drake decides to be that day.
Yeah. It
Right?
could be from Greece. It could be from Jamaica.
Who knows? But yes, to your point, man, the J. Cole album is going to be something to watch for. I'm excited for it. Viewing public, what are your thoughts? Have you heard any whispers? Are there going to be any features on this album? Let us know. Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Deuces. I've yet to see Tiger King. Everybody was talking about it. I haven't even seen Bird Box. I haven't seen any of that shit. But
if there's a bird, if there's an animal in the title, he ain't seen it.
I ain't seen it.
Yeah.
Y'all know this chick? Y'all know this biddy?
Carole Ice Cream. Carole Ice Cream Robbins.
She's coming out with her own Bitcoin, but it seems like it's just something that you can use like for donations, like if you're into big cats, because it's actually
it's the worst one. Yeah, it's the worst one ever.
yeah, it actually ain't worth nothing. My guy, why is this anything?
This is an altcoin, right? So usually for people who don't understand how Bitcoin and altcoin and all that shit works, think of Bitcoin and the big ones as like banks, and then these altcoins as like businesses that operate with these banks as their currency. All right, so that's the easiest way to think about it. So when you have an altcoin, generally it's some type of business that operates using cryptocurrency to fund itself, to create things. So there's going to be a big business one day that is based strictly off of cryptocurrency. That's what everybody's betting on. That's what altcoins are. Sometimes they have these huge spikes and then these huge dips. So a lot of times people will go into altcoins just for a short term because they boom, they last, and then the business doesn't last, and then it collapses. You lose all your money.
So you get in, you get out.
You get in, you get out. Some of them, a lot of them. This is what's going on right now with the coins that everybody's talking about, like Dogecoin is a big one right now because that at one point was at 0.0002 cents for one, and I believe right now it's at about 5 cents or 4 cents. So that multiplier is insane. So people are starting to get into this craze.
Yeah, I
Just to
remember
explain to people
Elon
there.
Musk was talking about Dogecoin.
Boom, that's why he got into Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin at one point last year, at one point last year, you could have got Bitcoin for $4,000. Now it hit a peak of over 70,000. So people are getting in on this. Carole Baskin tried to get on this.
Well,
That's what she's trying to do.
well,
But the problem with her,
yeah, good luck.
altcoin is there's no business. It's just funding for her
exactly.
cat exhibits.
Meow. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. But hey, she did add this one tidbit of a teaser. If you buy 500 of her altcoins, which are called scat coins, I believe they're $5 each. If you buy 500 of them, you get one for free. Hey.
Yeah, anyways, viewing public. Y'all jumping in on this. I'm not. Fuck her. And yeah, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't think I will be, but I predict this will. Let us know what your thoughts are here. Still haven't seen Tiger King. Let me know if I'm missing something, man. Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like. There you go. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Deuces.
Carole Baskin needs to stick to ice cream.
This girl, she's my hero. Okay, she is my hero. She's a ride or die. She's a ride or die, okay? Because when she went to go see her man in prison on Valentine's Day, she snuck in a loaded gun to a prison. Now, you're thinking to yourself, how is that even possible? And your mind, the gears are churning, and you've already come to a conclusion. You already said, I know how she did it, but that can't be possible. Nobody would do that. And the answer is yes. What you are thinking is accurate. She shoved
stuck it up her bum bum?
the gun up her vajayjay.
Oh, the other. Oh.
up the vajayjay.
Where babies happen.
Where babies happen. The crazy thing is she actually did it successfully. The gun was confiscated. Yeah, the gun was confiscated from the person in jail. Like literally 18 days later, they checked the timeline, and that's how. And now she's getting 10 years in prison.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't get to read this fully. One major question that I have, and I believe anybody else watching this might have this question: how big was the gun? Did they say how big the gun was?
Yeah, they did. 1 second here. The gat, as it were. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's a 4-inch revolver.
4-inch?
4-inch revolver. Loaded. Oh, by the way, her name is Amy White, and she's 39 years old. Good for you, Amy. You'll get out when you're mid-40s. You got a great story to tell.
You said 4 inches, not
4
4
inches.
millimeters.
4 inches. The blicky with the stiffia went right inside the vagine, right inside the baby maker, right inside the coin purse. Well, no, that's a different one, but you get it. Yeah. So, is this a chick? I can't. But I mean,
I'm still stuck on the size. I still haven't got past that.
I'm curious if she's done it successfully before. Is this some sort of a business? Because I mean, getting the glizzy, getting the blicky with the stiffia into prison. You want that. So, and if she did get it in successfully, they caught it on the inmate later. So has she done it before?
The inmate that they caught it on.
Yeah. So has she done it before?
He was running to prison for however long he had that.
Terrorizing.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so Amanda, I feel like the viewing public needs to see your face at least one more time.
That is dedication.
That's a ride or die right there.
Like, if she was a Kegel person, she might have, did something wrong, pulled the trigger back. I can't.
Can some gangster rapper put her in a rap lyric? Viewing public, what are your thoughts here? I mean, if you have more thoughts than we've shared, clearly you're way too invested in this story. But leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Blah. Deuces. Thank you guys so much for watching that video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.
Yo, Chris, we got to 200 subscribers, man. Finally. You know what I'm saying? But we don't want to stop there. We have a new goal. The new goal is 500 subscribers. So what I need you to do, I need you to like these videos over here. I need you to subscribe right here, man. Two guys doing the podcast, man.